Crash Course DM.
Hey everyone, it's me, Josh Greenway, your dungeon newbie and non-artificial intelligence. We're picking up from last time with the second half of the escape from Dante's Magic Mountain with our adventure party, including Daniel Locke as Dante the 16th, aka Rangus Copperbeard, undercover CEO and man of business that someone else manages. Chris R. as Storm the Windbreaker Tempestine, a curmudgeonly and newly promoted VP of Magical Mishaps. Kyle Kane as Mr. Cackles, an accident-prone new hire and president of the Department of Magical Mishaps, and Shea Ingram playing Turner Earglath, contractor for the mountain and looking forward to retirement, and missing Cynthia. Alright, let's hit our goals really quick. We'll do a recap of last session and then jump back in with our players. Goals-wise, I'm still working on pacing, obviously, and so far, yikes. I am trying out a bunch of magical stuff with them. We've had several items so far, and they've even used a couple, like the sipping gin. Flexibility in solutions while adhering to the reality of the situation, mostly going well, but maybe at the expense of pacing. And building places out with our players instead of me scene painting everything. So looking forward to that, it's going well so far. Recapping. Last time, we met Dante the 16th, the CEO of Dante's Magic Mountain, Mr. Cackles, the new, albeit accident-prone manager of the Magical Mishaps Department, Storm the Windbreaker Tempestine, Box Pusher and aspiring superhero with a terrible attitude, and of course Turner Earglath, the soon-to-be retired contract worker for DMM. Mr. Cackles arrived for his first full day of work after sitting through days of new employee orientation videos. He ran into Dante's assistant, Vesivio, at the entrance, who was looking for the CEO because an important guest had arrived early. The Windbreaker was enjoying a well-earned break by playing with his scimitars and swinging them in circles in the shipping and swim lanes department. Turner was trying to make progress on a furnace repair in the forgery department while being bombarded with questions from one Rangus Copperbeard, who was actually the CEO, Dante the 16th, in disguise. Dante had a lot of questions about the magical inner workings of the mountain and learned his employees weren't all happy to always work all the time, much to his surprise. The Windbreaker impressed his manager at the end of his shift break and was assigned to move a very large box upstairs after singeing one of his coworkers, Stabberly Markhammer. Mr. Cackles, on his way to his office, ran into Dante, the CEO, and started talking about Just for Dwarves beard dye with the apparent, quote, stoopy little dwarf. Turner visited the vaults of the mountain to get a spare part from a storage area for the furnace he had been working on after leaving Dante behind. While in the vaults, he saw a suspicious and important-looking dragonborn, Lokirn Dardendrian, who was yelling at someone in one of the vaults. Back in the stairwell, Cackles and Dante ran into the Windbreaker, and Mr. Cackles quickly promoted him to work in Dante's Magic Mountain Department of Magical Mishaps, or the DMM. Vesivio, aka Vizio, finally tracked the CEO down in the stairwell and shared with Dante that their special guest Lokirn had arrived early and that she needed him in the vaults. As Dante, the Stormbreaker, and Mr. Cackles headed to the vaults, Turner continued looking for the furnace parts. An intruder alert went off while he was in the storage vault, notifying the mountain to evacuate and that there had been an issue in the core. Turner tried to get to the core and stop the intruders, but two mysterious figures managed to toss what appeared to be a portable hole into a bag of holding, ripping the core apart and jettisoning part of it into the astral plane. As the core went critical, Dante, Mr. Cackles, and the Windbreaker managed to meet up with Turner. Turner gave them the rundown of everything that had happened, and the crew decided to follow Mr. Cackles' pet gerbil, Gerb, to the emergency escape frog pads. As they narrowly avoided splitting up again, with Turner heading towards the stairs, the party decided to go through the vaults to escape whenever the mountain began collapsing around them. On their way to a vault that had been repurposed as an elevator, their path was blocked by a river of lava flowing from one of the vaults. Dante accidentally pulled a bear randomly from his luggage and let it freak out in the hallway, as the Windbreaker froze a path along the lava hall and they made their way across. Looting the open vaults as they went, they picked up Dante's lightning sword, a wand of wild magic, an immovable rod, Dante's infinity banana, a bottle of sipping gin, a prototype transmutato and a jar of dehydrated water, and Turner took a container that spills infinite lava. As the crew waited for the elevator door to open, they cast 2 illusory gerbils to hang out with the familiar Gerb on the back of Dante's conjured bear. As the elevator arrived, they piled in and found it to be in a serious state of disrepair. They shared a round of shipping gin as they made their way up, and it did get stuck at the top of the elevator shaft. Dante climbed out of the stuck elevator to look for a way to open it fully to let the bear out, and found a room full of chairs. The Windbreaker managed to levitate the elevator up and was able to open the doors fully, releasing the bear and the adventure party. As everyone entered the room full of chairs, Dante took a seat into one of them and was morphed into a chair himself. That's where we find ourselves today. All right, let's kick back into it.
I sit on a chair.
As you sit on the chair, you turn into a chair.
Shit.
Hurry, throw the potato at him. I forgot what it does exactly, but maybe it'll help.
Dante?
Chair. I don't know.
Can Dante talk? Is he like stacked? Are they stackable chairs?
You know what? Dante can talk as a chair.
Yeah. Your CEO here.
I'd like to throw my mutato at Dante as a chair.
Hold on a second.
Here to support your bottoms.
A bottoms up leadership.
He did say professional top. As you throw the transmutato at Dante, you see it splatter into the chair and kind of become soft and rot and dissipate in real time. And instead of a chair, he transforms into a Wolverine.
Dante's a Wolverine?
Well, Dante is now a Wolverine.
Hey there, bub.
The animal Wolverine.
He is an
Hey there,
animal.
bub. Does that mean I can speak to the black bear or no?
I don't think black bears speak Wolverine.
That's true. Okay. Yeah.
Can you speak at all?
I forgot about that room. Right.
Beautiful work here. Beautiful.
Explosions rock the halls again, and now you see a vent of fire shooting up from the elevator shaft that you just came out of. And things are feeling much less stable now. You can feel the ground beneath you trembling.
Right, we should probably keep moving. How fast does a Wolverine walk? Do we need to pick him up?
I'll be fine. I can scurry along. I've done a lot of cardio in my day.
Yeah, the movement speed on a Wolverine is 30 feet.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, no problem.
He's doing all right.
Mm-hmm.
You're also going to be a Wolverine for 1 minute.
Okay.
There are other vaults in the hallway here, but you can just make your way to, if you were to cut and go the other direction, what leads you deeper into the mountain from where the stairs were downstairs, there's another stairwell that will take you up and out of the vault area. So there are vaults around you, there's stairs, and it'll lead up into a section that is the lead into the CEO's office, and that is very near to the escape frog pads.
Anything cool worth grabbing?
You could definitely open some of them if you want to check on your way.
Yeah, might as well. I just scan my badge and go beep, 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 beep. CEO privileges.
Your Wolverine
How?
badge.
Oh, right. I'm still Wolverine. Okay, never mind.
I'm just holding him up to the screen.
Yeah. Retina scan. Urine sample. Go.
What? Yeah, so you provide a urine sample to the vault doors and they open. No, the power has gone out. So
Damn
like
it.
a lot of the magical energy that was holding the vaults closed is down. So
Never
you
mind.
can open some of these. You're going to need to be careful because these vaults are either holding things in for clients or for safety.
And we needed that ring still for Lokirn.
Yeah, you still haven't told us about the ring. I'm also concerned that you keep wanting to take stuff. Like, you're rich already. I don't know why you want to grab all this stuff.
Oh, I'm trying to be like one of you guys and be one of the folks.
Do you think we're thieves?
No, I think you just want things. That's what
Jesus
regular people
Christ.
need, right? You can't pay for everything, so you want.
Do you how badly do you think you pay your employees?
I think I pay them a fair, just minimum wage.
I see. We need to have a really serious talk after we get out of here.
Does that mean you're going to rejoin our company?
No.
Darn it. Okay. But as far as the situation goes, there is a...
There's
How
a
you-
fucking Wolverine saying these things to you right now.
yeah, it just being held up by Mr. Cackles.
Apparently.
Yeah, he's like, well, the situation is Dante's Magic Mountain had accepted a contract agreement with Lokirn of Elton. He is a high and mighty dragonborn looking for a ring of some sort with some magical properties that should possibly still be in this mountain unless they got it on their way out. Either way, we do hold our contracts in high integrity, and we wish to fulfill every job at all possibilities.
Mr. Wolverine, sir.
Yes.
Maybe you can let us know where was the ring kept?
First vault floor.
Okay, so we're not there, right?
No, that shit is absolutely on fire right now.
Never mind. It is gone. Let us save our own lives. Do I remember what that ring was supposed to do?
You know, make a history check.
Oh, that ship sailed. Ooh, 19.
You know that it was maybe for like a wedding or something, but you didn't really you signed the paperwork pretty quick.
Well, it was for an important ceremony. It was for a wedding, apparently. Hopefully the bride isn't too crushed at the situation that has occurred.
All right. Well, we should get out of here unless we want to be crushed by this
True.
situation.
Yes. Let us be off. And Mr. Cackles, would you mind carrying me along the way?
I've got you in my arms, sir.
Perfect. Thank you.
So you opened all these doors with piss, and you're not going into any of them.
Well, I just realized the ring's not here, so no point in any of that. Plus, the magic doesn't really work anyway, so...
The magical items still work. It's just anything powering the facility itself does not work.
So my magical piss is just not functioning enough. So let's just get on our way.
Fantastic. Yep, you leave the vaults behind with all the stuff inside of them.
I'd like to actually just go in and grab a random thing from one of the random vaults.
Okay. I'm going to roll here and see mishap. Sorry, what happens in the vault when we're going to see which vault you go into.
Hold on. I'm just going to go grab this thing real quick.
Sure.
I knew that this was in here, and I just need to make sure I get it.
Okay.
You open a vault, and it leads into what appears to be an indoor forest. There are a bunch of job boards scattered around, and there is a man sitting at a desk in the center of the forest. And he is sitting with a deck of cards. When you look at him, it's like you're looking into the inky blackness of space with little stars in it. And he's just got his fingers steepled together, and he's just looking at you like he was waiting for you.
Hey, buddy.
Are we near this guy?
He's a few feet in. It's not very far.
I cast polymorph
On what?
on the sitting man.
And what's the saving throw on that?
14.
Okay. He's very wise, and he rolled a natural 18. So you go to cast polymorph on him, and he looks up at you and makes you freeze in place. You don't actually even get to cast it. But yeah, he just stops it in you, and he's like, "That's cute. That's real cute."
Thank you.
Hey, you want to play cards or something? Because I know so many card games.
That's a great idea. Do you want to play cards?
Yeah, I'm gonna beat you so bad.
And you hear explosions happening outside of the vault, but it doesn't happen in this room. You don't feel the vibrations happening, and he just steeples his fingers and he's like, "Yeah, pull up a chair." And a stool appears in front of the table.
Don't touch the chairs. Remember.
I'm gonna cast Gust to push the chair over.
You push the chair over because it's less than 5 pounds. He's like, "That's fine. Do you want to play cards? I've got a game. I'm something of a magician."
I actually have a better game. Your game is probably stupid.
I think my game will change your life.
Well, I think everything about me is going to change your life. So you're dumb and I'm out of here. This is super lame.
You're lost, buddy. And he just stares at you and keeps steepling his fingers. The player is rolling to make a decision right now.
Fine, we'll play your game, but I bet you I'm going to win.
Please sit down. And he puts 3 cards on the table and says, "You can take as many as you want."
He actually has actual cards right now that he pulled out.
Oh, God.
Don't look at the cards. You can spread those out or mix them up any way you want, and you can choose up to 3. Now, this is a modified deck of many things.
Is this the actual deck of many things?
Yes.
Is it just sitting on the table?
This man pulled the cards. He pulled 3 cards out. So you're going to be able to choose a maximum of 3 cards. You could take 1, you could take none, you could take 3 or 2. But whatever you tell me you're going to draw, you have to draw, and I will tell you what your card will do.
I do not remember hiring this guy.
That's right.
I feel like you're probably not directly involved in a lot of your hiring decisions, right?
Nope.
You know what? I'm going to draw the 3 best cards, and you're just going to be so sad that you ever invited me to come play Card with you.
I'm sure he is actually, yeah.
There's your deck, and then here's the 3 cards I picked. I'm not looking.
Great.
Is Mr. Cackles like paralyzed or what's going on with him?
No, he's not paralyzed. You just like stopped him from casting the spell.
Oh, he just counterspelled.
I thought I was frozen, but I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'm human now, so you're just holding me for some reason.
I gently set you down.
Thank you, sir.
So you walk up and you turn over your cards. Actually, let's turn over your first card. What'd you get?
Uriel.
Uriel. I liked her. She was the original Gorgon.
And you now have a -2 penalty on saving throws as you are cursed, as the face of Uriel comes to life on the card and stares at you and just like petrifies a part of your soul.
Cool.
Tight. What's next?
And you turn over your second card.
Faye.
Faye. Everybody is going to roll a die. If you roll an odd number, you shrink a size down. If you roll an even number, you grow a size.
Oh man, I rolled a 19.
So the CEO shrinks down to dwarf size.
I just changed from a Wolverine and then I shrunk and like, ooh, what the?
I rolled an even number.
You rolled an even number. Okay, cool. So that means that the Windbreaker grows a size.
I am now large.
I got an odd.
You got an odd. Mr. Cackles shrinks down.
I also got an odd.
Awesome. So everybody grows shorter than the Windbreaker, who gets tall. He becomes size large. Was that like 7 or 8 feet, I think?
Oh, bigger than that.
Yeah. Or no, it's like a 9-foot thing. Right?
Large is like 10 and up.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh God.
You're a 10-foot.
Well, this hardly seems fair. I didn't choose to play 3-card Monty with this friggin' weirdo.
Do you want to play next?
No, obviously not.
I didn't think so.
I also think you need to go see a doctor, pal. There's something wrong with your voice.
I told you I was going to win at this game.
So I think we're all losing, actually.
I got the card Book.
Book of the Dead. You may bring to life one person or creature of your choice that has died. They are restored exactly as they were in their prime, and you have 1 hour to use that effect.
The black bear also grows.
Oh, what about
It's a 3. Oh, yeah, what does Gerb do?
shrinks.
So Gerb the gerbil is now.
That's real cute.
Come back, Gerb.
That's really funny. Cool. Yeah. So you played your 3 cards from the deck of many things,
I will have to think about who I'm bringing back.
and that can be anybody here. It could be anybody that you just seen die before. So,
Okay.
Bring back Cynthia.
Cynthia's not dead.
You don't know that.
I do. I just saw her last weekend.
Oh,
Cynthia's alive. They should bring her back, though.
Right?
Like, just because she doesn't work here doesn't mean she's not dead. I know that you want everyone to work here until they die, but that's not how it works.
well, I want them to work here even when they're dead.
Oh,
Right.
God.
That's the Hall of Necromancy.
Oh, right. Yeah, we're working on that project right now.
Well,
Infinite overtime. Yes. We're ruling it out.
But no double pay, just regular pay.
I'm
It's
surprised
overpaid,
surprised
actually.
you're paying them at all when they're dead.
Oh,
You're right. Oh my gosh, what a visionary.
Oh, God.
I ride on the giant black bear in my shortened form as Dante the 16th, who looks more dwarfish than before. Yeah, more Dante. Well, shall we continue off to the next floor, to the frog pads?
What a novel idea.
Any one of you can play. Are you sure?
Well,
as you're all like backing
can
out
you
of the
please
ball.
close that vault door?
Or the mage hands go and close the doors.
Awesome. Yeah. So that's that fall. So you are now reaching a region of the mountain where the CEO's office like sits largely above the vaults. And then next to that, there is a French restaurant. And then above that is the emergency escape frog
perfect.
pads. Actually, I need you all as you're entering the hallway to make another dexterity saving throw.
19.
7.
Oh, what about the sip of gin? Did that give?
Oh, yeah, we get
saving?
+2.
You can add your +2 to that if you want. Yeah. What's your modified score?
0. So 6.
10.
6, 10. Everybody except for Turner takes 8 fire damage as the flames erupt from behind you. The shaking and groaning are getting much, much louder now, and you're not caught up in the flames, but you're singed pretty well. And the areas behind you just continue to get destroyed a little bit faster as you're moving along. There's a bit of a walk through the like edges of the CEO's office to get to the French restaurant, which leads up to the escape pads. So what is the CEO's office like in this area as the team is walking
Oh, yeah,
through
it's
it?
full, like, ceiling to floor, glass panoramic windows. There's a beautiful treant desk
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, true pine treant.
Is it alive?
Is it a dead?
It's supposed to provide wisdom in times of need.
But wait, is it a living treant that's your desk, or is it dead?
I feel like it's pretty morbid if it was dead. Which one's worse or less worse?
They're not great, dude.
Oh,
These are
yeah.
not good options.
Yeah.
This is
I
absolutely
think
very
it's a-
CEO of you.
Yeah, I think it's probably alive, and it's just like, for us, it's been in the family for generations. Yeah, it's like a guardian tree and table. There's a little wet bar on the side. His favorite drink is Aperol Spritz. That's why he has the Italian restaurant there.
It's a French
Oh,
restaurant.
it's a French restaurant. Well,
Sorry, I should have said my notes say fantasy French restaurant.
okay, so yeah,
And CEO, I can't pronounce the name of the restaurant. What is that?
yes, it is a fantasy French restaurant.
Visionary.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Does this guy not know how to read?
I can't read French. Fantasy French. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Hey, boss, you got a bunch of posters of this Elon Muskrat guy up here. You a big fan or something?
Yes, a
At
visionary.
this point, your Wolverine status does revert back, and you turn into a chair again.
Okay. Well then. Well, that was
I will say that there are probably some remove curse scrolls in your office, but also the hallway is now filling with like fire and lava and arcane energies and lightnings, and it appears that like a bunch of the magical energies in the facilities are starting to bubble up into things.
Yes. It seems we're in quite a predicament. I do believe I have removed curse scrolls in here, but for those like wild nights when I invite grand executives over, but I don't know if we have enough time to look. I think we should just head off to the frog pads. Everyone knows who I am anyway, so it's okay.
It's just a chair on the back of a bear.
Yeah.
Does the bear turn into a chair?
No, the bear doesn't chair.
Okay.
No chair bears from the chair on the bear.
Can I cast polymorph on the chair?
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing. I wink at Turner for that.
Okay.
Oh God, what am I turning him into?
It's up to you.
An eagle.
Yes. A visionary of freedom. I land on the treant table.
Shall we ask your tree desk where these scrolls are?
Yes. And he like pecks at it. He's like, yes. Mahogany.
That's pine.
Pine.
Do I know you?
I am the owner of this table.
Nope, I know that guy. I've been in his family for years. You're a bird.
I am a bird now, but I am currently Dante the 16th in soul. I was cursed by the chairs that we created. I am in need of remove curse scrolls along with directions on how to pilot the frog pad. The world is burning here. We're taking you with us, by the way.
How are you going to move a desk tree?
I mean, we just need the face, right? So we can just cut that out?
No, please. That will hurt so bad.
Oh, my apologies.
Do you not know how tree ants work? I've been in your family for generations.
Not a lick. I've paid no attention in school or economics.
The arcane lava energy is starting to like seep up into the floor area now as you're talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
The building is shaking pretty aggressively. And you're starting to see like cracks form in the ceiling here. The glass is starting to crack and fragment.
Here's what we'll do, Pine. My new hire, Mr. Cackle, will polymorph you into... Yeah, he'll polymorph you into a creature that can fit into the pad. But I also need the remove curse scroll to cure myself of chairism.
We'll give you legs.
He'll give you legs. I can't do that.
Sometimes you've got to be a tree before you can run like a river.
That's beautiful. That's poetry. I haven't had legs since his grandfather took them away.
They're actually right here on this other chair.
Yes, I see them every day.
Would you like us to reconnect you?
Yes.
Okay, we'll take the chair too.
I can cast fabricate. That takes raw materials and build something. Can I build
Yeah, he's pretty raw. We could probably build a man out of him.
just magic
Please
glue?
don't dissemble my body to turn me into a Pinocchio type thing.
That's exact. Can I do that?
I just said please don't do that.
He's asking you not to.
If I don't want to, oh God.
The lava's moving in rather fast.
I gotta tell you, fellas, this is some of the most fucked up shit I've ever seen in my life.
So as the lava and lightning and everything is flooding the room, you cast Fabricate. Is there a saving throw, or does this just happen to this tree ant right now?
Let's just creatures of magic can't be created by this spell.
Can't be created.
Okay, so I'm going to rule that this is not a raw material because you kind of have to process the tree ant, get the face off of it, and then you could do whatever you want with the rest of it.
Yeah.
But
Remember, tree, when I said I could free you, I lied. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, we can still polymorph him.
Is polymorph
correct.
concentration, or is it like a true polymorph thing you're casting?
Concentration.
So can you cast that more than once, or is he going to revert back into a chair, Mr. Eagle?
Oh,
Man
yeah, I'll
over
probably
here?
turn back to a chair, though, if that's the trade-off. But, I mean, a chair's easier to carry than a freaking desk. Maybe. Does it sound like a deal?
Just do it. There's a lot of lava in here, and I don't want to.
Turn him into an eagle.
What?
I mean, eagles are cool.
How about a mule?
You want to take a mule on the escape frogs?
Yes. And then when he turns to a chair, we'll stack the chair on the mule's back.
Then what's the bear going to do if the chair's on the mule?
What do you mean, the bear?
The bear that the chair is on.
The
The
bear,
enlarged bear that we have.
the bear
bear's-
doesn't need to have a chair on it, though. The bear can still move without a chair on its back, right?
You're right. Wait a second.
All right, so we'll just let's do this.
It just seems like I understand you don't want to be a mule, but it seems like that's a weird point to pick on. I know the bear and the chair is unrelated to this.
Yeah,
and you're
that-
just clinging to anything you can find and not be a mule.
You're totally right. You're totally right.
Or you could just remove my curse, and that also works.
So you all take 5 points of fire damage and 2 points of lightning damage in the lamest mountain fall apart disaster as the magical pool of stuff is starting to bubble up into the room. There's a thin layer of it across the entire floor now.
Mhm.
Like, hey, we gotta move on. If I'm gonna be a mule, I'm gonna be a mule. That's fine.
Polymorph.
That's probably your last spell slot.
It is.
And you turn the desk treant into a mule that I guess just talks too, because that's how polymorph works in this fucking episode. So yeah, he's still great. Now I'm a donkey. This sort of matches my voice a little bit better, I suppose. Let's put the chairman on me and let's go. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
You son of a bitch.
We'll just see how he deals with getting reverted back on the back of this bear.
11.
And 11, you do topple off, but you don't fall
Okay.
into any lava. And so they're able to get you stacked onto the mule.
And Turner, I know you're still contracted with us, but would you mind bringing the legs of the table with us? It's on the chair over there. It's like a Neiman Marcus, but you can just rip it off. It's okay.
Please don't rip it. The whole thing is my leg, actually.
Can we just put that on the bear?
That's smart. Yeah, actually do that. Yes.
All right.
Furniture on all the pack animals. Okay.
Yep.
And so you load everybody up and you start heading out, and there is what happens?
We all die.
No, but you all do need to make a dexterity saving throw. Except for chairman, you're just going to do it for I'll roll for donkey, you roll for bear.
Okay.
15.
Fucking natural 20. God damn it.
23.
11 plus whatever bear is. I assume it's like +2 or something.
13.
13. Okay.
I have to do
everybody
so
was
much math now with my pluses and minuses.
Everybody is above 12 then, I
Yeah,
think,
yeah,
is what I
yeah.
heard. Okay, great. Yeah, so there is another violent explosion, this time from above the upper part of the mountain, not just in the body of the mountain. There appears to be something happening above in the ski resort / Rift Disc golf course.
Huh.
And you feel another rumbling from there. A bunch of glass comes falling down from the ceiling, and you're all able to dodge out of the way and leave the very, very dangerous CEO's office with a bunch of stuff. On your way out, the donkey does look back to where the chair legs were and says, oh, over there is actually where the scroll is too, by the way.
Mage
And
hand.
just keeps ambling down the hallway. You mage hand, you grab you can't mage hand as a chair.
Oh, right.
Mage man.
There we go. So Mr. Cackles mage hands grabs the remove curse scroll. It's already pre-signed, of course. It's a Dante's remove curse scroll.
Mhm.
And stabs the CEO chair with it, and he turns back into a CEO. So you're a human again, but you're still small.
Well,
Yeah, that's fair. And you all make your way to the French restaurant. And the place is mostly abandoned. There are no employees around. There's a very irate looking husband and wife who are mad because they've not been seated for their reservation yet. He's writing a very, very stern live rendezvous scroll post and is just going off while the explosions are happening in the background. Just, honestly, the environment's terrible here. And like the weather's just absolute shit. There's like fire raining from the sky. And I just don't think that the fantasy French restaurant's what it's cracked up to be. And he's just going off, and his wife is fuming in the background, checking her fanny pack for like Kleenexes or something to wipe the sweat off of his brow. And they're not having a good time. They're very, very angry. And what is the French restaurant like, Turner?
it's I know they're trying their best, but it's kind of ugly. it's kind of got a Cheesecake Factory thing going on. Like it's just too many aesthetics at once, you know? And it really doesn't fit.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a lot of different looks. It's like country chic, but also upscale, modern, urban chic. It's too much chic. It's
and it's one of those places where the restroom's all the way in the back, so I have to walk all the way past the kitchen, and I don't want to see them doing their thing, you know, while I'm going to do my thing, you know. So with that, Turner does go off to use the restroom.
So Turner dips from the escape and goes like to the little Turner's room, and you're all in this French restaurant. You do see that there is as you glance past where he rushed to the restaurant room, you do see that the kitchen, there's like a pot still boiling on the counter. There appears to be some kind of an egg next to it that's cracked, and the place is otherwise empty. Even all the good seats on the outside are all like the reservation signs are still there. Like people just didn't show up.
I'm going to cast suggestion on the man.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, you just had the best meal of your life, and you want to tell everybody about it.
What is the save on that?
14, I think, still.
Oh, it's your. Well, he gets a 7. So he's like,
You're right, actually. The dragon wings were just to die for. Big fan. I can't wait to tell everybody about this.
and he starts like drawing an image of an empty plate that's in front of him, like he just ate that, like whatever was on it. Obviously not been used, but he doesn't realize. And his wife is just looking very confused. Babe, are you okay? Are you feeling all right? What's happening? There's an explosion, another series of rumbles. There's like a ceiling tile that falls from the ceiling and hits her. She's knocked out. The guy is still writing his post, doesn't notice.
I think Windbreaker is going to walk up to the man and, you want to see a real meal? I'm going to make you like the best meal you've ever had in your life.
Oh, I would love that. I could always eat more. I'm a real piece of work.
Yeah, just come into the kitchen and I'm going to find some like eagle wings and like monster toes and make something great.
Oh, let's go. Let's do it. Absolutely.
And he's like excited. He's like, oh,
Get to see where the chef, the artist works. Let's go to the studio. Let's get it.
and follows you to the kitchen.
I'm going to say, I've got just the thing. And then I'm going to run in there and just start chopping infinite banana peels.
I'm going to go ahead and lift the unconscious lady and put her on the bear.
I'm going to cast Minor Illusion to make the banana peels look like different ingredients.
So you walk into the kitchen, you see the like boiling pot sitting on the stove. It's like a huge egg. It's a humongous egg. Actually, make a history check. So you see the egg, you see the pot on the counter, you start laying out the infinite banana peels, and they start to look like all these different ingredients. You got like some peppers, some onions, some crogs. Like there's just a bunch of stuff in there. And what was the check?
19.
A 19. You also recognize that that egg is a delicacy. That's a green dragon egg.
I also put Gerb on my head. He starts pulling my hair and controlling me, Ratatouille style.
Absolutely.
Is this
So
green dragon egg, can I tell if it has something living inside of it?
yeah, you totally can. Go ahead and make a perception or animal handling check. And then let's make a dexterity check for Gerb for ratatouilleing Mr. Cackles.
11.
An 11. He does all right, but he nicks you a couple of times on the fingers. It is really uncomfortable. But the cut's looking pretty good, if a little rough.
5.
On your check. Okay, you can't tell if there is something currently alive in it, not from observing it from the outside.
Hey, yeah, this egg is like not anything special. So I'm just going to go ahead and take it.
Oh, if you're sure. You're the professional.
Yeah, you don't need it here. I'm just going to go ahead and get it out of your way.
I hear that all the time in kitchens. They just don't want me to have that thing that's there in front of them. That seems like a normal operating procedure.
So you squirrel this egg away. You all are making this man a impromptu fake meal out of infinite banana peels. And about that time, Turner returns from the bathroom.
Behind. Just kidding. I always wanted to say that. I never worked in a kitchen, though, so I never got the chance. You guys would not believe the line to the John. There were people back there. I was like, what are you doing? Get out of here. The whole mountain's collapsing.
People?
People. Back there. Back near where did you find this guy,
Waiting
Dante?
to use the John.
Yeah, the bathroom.
It's a place where people piss.
Yeah, it's a place where normal people piss, not when they're a Wolverine and they're pissing all over their fancy vault doors.
She's saying the kitchen's about to get a rush.
What? No. Well, I guess maybe.
They don't have reservations. I booked this entire floor.
Right, anyway, sorry.
What's going on? What are you guys doing over here?
You see people starting to file out like they're going to leave, and then it's like smelling the air like,
This smells really good. Are you sure there's a disaster out here, Turner? It smells really good.
Sorry, yeah, I introduced myself to them while we were in line. They're actually a really nice bunch. They just they're blissfully unaware of how dire the circumstances right now.
Hi, I'm Rick. I'm getting married tomorrow.
Yeah, it's Rick. He actually, crazy story about how he met his fiance. Rick, tell him about it. Tell him what you were telling me about.
oh, right. So there was and then an explosion rocks the building again, and there's a huge crack as like the side of the restaurant starts to fall off, and everybody is jolted out, and they start to freak out like, oh, I'll tell you about it. I'll meet you at the bar later. And he starts running up the stairwell that's kind of around the side from the kitchen to make it to the emergency escape frog pads.
I start pushing the black bear and the donkey up that way.
All right. I guess I'll go upstairs as a mule. I don't actually know if that's possible, but we're going to do it.
And so the mule makes his way upstairs. As he does, there is another loud crack, again from the top of the building. A deep line forms in the wall and starts to open up. And you can see that like all of the outside of the restaurant is about to fall away. And there is like a green gas starting to emanate from some of the cracks. And it's almost like it's coming from above, but flowing out through the cracks, like it's being applied in some way and kind of scooting out away from it as it meets resistance in the mountain.
CEO, what's that?
Sulfur.
Sulfur
I'm
gas.
sure it's normal. They use all these crazy ingredients in these fancy high-end places. Right, sir?
Pointing over at the Windbreaker.
No, we'd use like totally normal ingredients for me because they're like normal to me.
Windbreaker, are you familiar with gas?
Yeah, I know so many gases.
This is sulfur.
I know like all the gases. I definitely would know if this was sulfur.
This is sulfur.
I told you, I know like all the gases.
Oh, I love sulfur. And the guy goes to run over to try to waft a sample of it, and he like stick his tongue out, and his face covers in blisters.
Like, oh no, not the money maker. Guys, I think it's really bad, actually.
And then the crack finishes forming on the restaurant floor, and where the man is standing just falls away off of the side of the mountain and starts tumbling down. And he disappears into nothing.
About how far down do you think it would be?
Thousands and thousands of feet.
Cool.
Well, it's a shame I never got his name.
Yeah, did we get his name? Did we get the good review? Do we know? Before he,
I don't even know who he
fell?
was.
Did he submit
You
that?
do see the scroll that he was writing on is like tucked under his wife on the bear, and there appears to be a 4 out of 5 stars.
Wait, his wife is on the bear?
Yeah.
Oh, I just figured I'd put the unconscious wife and take him along with us.
Wife unconscious?
Because the ceiling tile fell on her head.
Yeah. I think she might have a concussion. I'll do healing words on her head and just kind of cure that up a little bit.
Oh, gosh.
Nice. Nice.
But we got the review. Perfect.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Can we...
How far would it be, like looking out?
There is a stairwell that will lead you up to where you want to go, just so you guys know. Yeah.
Yeah, the bear's currently climbing it right now. Yeah.
Oh,
Same with the donkey.
will I fit in the stairwell?
You'll have to like crawl through. You're not going to be able to stand, but you'll be able to like work your way through it. Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, the bear's squeezing through, so I'm sure you can figure it out.
What's that supposed to mean?
Do you want Cackles over here to oil you up?
I get out the vial.
No, that's okay. I use reduce on myself. I go back down a size.
Oh shit! Nice, awesome. So yeah, you reduce your way down. You all are able to file onto the stairwell. You make your way up to the emergency escape frog pads, and it's not what you would expect. It's kind of a nice area. Cackles, what is it like when we walk into the emergency escape frog pads?
There's like 4 lanes of rivers with lily pads kind of floating along. And then in between those rivers, there's like rushing cars. And so you've got to hop
Why?
across to the other end.
There's like an underpaid teenager that's helping ferry people onto the cars, but like keeping the line moving at a brisk pace.
Yes, yes.
Beautiful. Yeah. So loosely themed off of an old entertainment speaking stone that the CEO used to play. You do find the lanes of lily pads and the cars kind of in between them that you need to kind of dodge around or ferry yourself with. And a lot of the pads are empty now. A lot of people have taken the emergency escape frogs. And the thing about these frogs is you're only going to be able to fit about half of your group on one. So you'll need to be able to take 2 of them. There are currently 3 left, and they are on the other side of the room.
How far is from here where we are now? How far is it to the end of the room?
It's about 300 feet. So you got a little bit of a distance to make. We'll say you're going to cross 3 of the 4 lanes. You'll have to make some kind of check, and it will depend on how you tell me you're going to cross this lane of traffic.
Glad I made it easy.
Thank you.
And I'm going to say that one of the frogs looks like it's got the branding of the guy. Like it looks like it belongs to the guy downstairs. Like it's a tricked out frog.
And these frogs just fly, or how does this work? Is it like a launch pad? Do they grab onto like some wings? How do they get sent off to escape?
The interesting thing about the emergency escape frogs at Dante's Magic Mountain is they were installed and they've never actually been used.
Ah, lovely. Okay.
Are there other people over there that are trying to take the frogs?
There are no people in the room right now.
Okay.
And how many frogs are there?
There are 3.
3 frogs.
3 frogs, 300 feet away. Got to cross 3 of the 4 lanes of traffic to get to them.
And each lane is about how wide?
You can get across a lane in a turn.
Okay.
So like 30 feet-ish?
Yeah, and I want you guys to tell me about how you're going to be like dodging the automated ferrying systems that are moving across this too.
I'd like to cast Misty Step and cross the first lane.
Storm, Misty steps, and just appears on the other side of traffic. Dante, what do you do?
How big of a drop is this? Like, is it a pretty big fall that like will end our lives if I'm riding a big bear that's actually larger than its normal size?
What drop are you talking about at the top of this fucking mountain?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, sounds stupid. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and ride the bear and have the donkey get on the bear with the lady, and then I'm gonna pop a potion of growth on the bear to make it even larger, so he can just kind of walk across all 3.
What's the movement speed on the bear? It's like 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to get across 1 lane for now. So
I'm hoping he just doesn't get hit, so he can just kind of step over like gingerly.
Yeah. Make a acrobatics check for the bear.
Ooh, 15.
A 15.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, meets it, beats it. So yeah, the bear is able to get across and step between the cars and move quick enough that it like steps over a smaller one and then gets just out of the way of a larger trolley that's moving back and forth. So you make it pass just fine. Mr. Cackles, what do you do?
I have a ring of jumping.
Ooh.
So I'm going to use that to cast jump on myself and just jump. It says it triples your jump distance.
Fuck yeah, you absolutely jump over the cars. So great job, no check there. Now Turner, how do you get across?
How quickly are these like trolleys going by?
They're moving at a pretty good clip. They might have skipped some of the safety magic to make sure that they didn't hurt anybody, but they're moving pretty fast. I'm gonna say that they're moving at we'll say 50 feet every 6 seconds. So they're kind of zipping around.
Okay. I want to try to, as one's going by, grab onto it with my whip and use that to fling myself across the lane.
Nice. That's super cool. Roll for attack with your whip.
All right. 15.
You're able to latch your whip around one of the cars, and as it goes, you just jump at the right moment, and it flings you over across, and you land on the other side. And you also have passed the first round of the lanes for getting to the escape frogs. Everybody roll for initiative.
Ooh.
10.
25.
15.
8.
Okay, cool. And then... So as you all pass through this first lane of quote-unquote traffic in Escape Frogger, the cracking happens again. You hear a massive thud, and more green gas starts to emanate from the walls, and you see large, deep cracks form and start to melt in the mountain itself and the walls that make up the sides of the cave of the Escape Frog pads. And a claw breaks through the wall, a gigantic green-scaled claw tears a part of the wall away. before you can even react, the giant face of an adult green dragon pokes her head in and just lets out a steam of green smoke. The other side of the room, it does not reach to all of you, but she does flood the immediate area around her. And she appears to be trying to break into this hall and appears to be pursuing your party. Up first in the initiative is the Windbreaker. It's a chase scene, y'all.
You know what? Like, you look so ugly when you do that with your breath. Like, geez, when's the last time you brushed your teeth? Anyway, I'm going to cast Warding Wind. It creates a 20-mile-per-hour mini windstorm around me in like a 10-foot radius, and it lasts for 10 minutes. And anything that comes into that 10-foot radius it's difficult terrain, and it disperses any gases that come near me. It deafens me, so I can't be affected by sound, and it extinguishes any flames, and then the area is difficult terrain. So if you
in a 10-foot radius, you said.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if one of these things comes near me and it goes into the wind, it slows down.
Got it. Okay. Great. Awesome. So that's all you do in your turn. You going to use any movement?
Oh, I'm going to move.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Warding Wind, and I'm just going to carefully try to cross the second lane.
So I need you to make an acrobatics check.
With advantage?
Why?
Because of my wind.
Oh, does that give you advantage on an acrobatics check?
No, but it slows down the things. Makes it difficult terrain.
I'm just doing some mind math here because there's essentially boulders flying up and down this track at 50 feet per second. In difficult terrain, they're going to move at 25 feet per second through your 10-foot thing.
Fine. That's 19.
You are able to step through the passage of the cars, and you don't take any damage from them, and you're able to like gust a few of them out of your way so you don't get accosted, and you land on the second set of pads.
Take that, stupid sky voice.
And then up next in the initiative, we have Mr. Cackles.
Mr. Cackles is I'm going to cast Fireball at the dragon.
Do it, man.
The hit DC is Dex 14. I don't know.
Yeah, so he has to make a Dex save, but you still do damage.
Oh, okay. 8d6, 27 damage.
Or she only rolls an 8.
So it takes 27 then full.
Okay, great. Yeah, you launch this fireball at the green dragon as it's coming through the wall, and you nail it like square in the snout. You manage to throw it off of its game a little bit where it was rearing up for a breath, and you're able to, if you want, now take a movement as well.
I'm going to use my ring of jumping to take another bonus jump.
Whee!
This is why you said Frogger, so that you could just use that thing. Got it. All right.
Got it.
Yeah. Over the rail, and you land on the pad next to the Windbreaker.
Hey.
Pretty impressive. Wow. But, not that impressive.
And up next is our CEO, Dante.
Seeing everything going on, and there's like a green adult dragon behind us, right? Okay. Do I know why it's there as the CEO, or have I just forgotten as a
Make a history check.
18?
You're pretty sure this dragon's not happy about the menu of the restaurant,
Right?
that
right.
is serving green dragon eggs prepared in some way.
Gotcha. That would be problematic. Okay.
And you also will have, I believe you were in the room and one of your party put a green dragon egg in their bag.
I believe I was, right? Yes, I was there.
So those are, you can I think, put 1 and 2 together and see why this dragon might be particularly interested in your group right now.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, so it's like, save our lives, dinner for later. Tough choice. Okay. Seeing Turner like running away, and then the bear also set up. I'm going to use enhance ability on Turner and the bear and use 2 sorcery points to twinning spell, so they both get the benefits of the spell. So essentially we get advantage on a skill check of our choice, which I believe, I don't know if I have to pick it ahead of time, but choose. Yeah, I choose. So dexterity skill check for the duration. We have advantage on it. Okay. So, and then I'm going to tell the bear to run.
Okay, so the bear is just running across.
Well, he's still big, so he still has a growth potion, so he's just kind of like getting across.
Yeah.
there.
Okay. So I'm so sorry, Daniel.
Mhm.
Make a acrobatics check for the bear.
Oh yeah. That doesn't apply to that. Yeah, because it's only ability checks, right? Okay.
That doesn't kill it for the next one, right? Do you want to? He still has that later if you want to do something.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's just stuck on dexterity, but that's fine. Athletics for the bear, that is 12 plus whatever bear has. So we'll just say 12 because I don't know what bear's stats block
I
is.
have it up here. Just a second. Let me get you the bear stat.
Turner and the Bear sounds like an 80s buddy cop movie.
Yeah, it does actually.
Turner and the giant bear. I mean, the bear is also like massive right now. So kaiju battle, I guess.
Yeah, that's a +0.
Okay, so it's just 12.
So just a 12.
Mhm.
A bear steps into traffic. It does get winged by one of the smaller vehicles as it runs by.
No!
It does make it through, but the
Okay.
unconscious woman falls into the lane.
No, not the unconscious lady.
Okay, and up next is Turner.
All right, Turner's not trying to mess with this dragon. He's seen an angry mother before and knows that she's probably justified in what she's doing. So he's gonna put the whip away, take out a spear, and then run and try to javelin over the next set of trolleys.
Okay, cool. I think dexterity.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20
Nice.
will definitely pass. So you vault over this first one. You land on the pads as well in the second lane. You haven't taken another action. Do you want to dash and try to get over another lane? You've got one. I think you only have one lane left, or you have 2 more jumps essentially, and then you'll be at the frog.
Okay. Is it just normal movement, or can I do something silly again?
You absolutely do something silly. Who do you
Okay.
fucking think I am?
Okay.
God.
I'm gonna take the whip back out along with 2 daggers. I'm gonna stick the 2 daggers in the ground. I'm gonna tie the whip around it and slingshot myself over the next set.
Chris, what is this fucking check? Like, what do we do with this? Like
Well, you're essentially kind of building something. So,
like sleight of hand, maybe?
sleight
to
of hand
see-
survival would work.
Yeah. Let's do sleight of hand.
That's a 22.
Hell yeah. You set up this impromptu slingshot and you dig yourself in on the giant lily pad. You have the daggers going in right before the rails, and you take very good care of your whip. So it's very supple, very stretchy, brings you back a little bit and just flings you right over the carts. And you're probably able to like maybe grab your whip as you're going, but you are going to lose the daggers.
I'll leave the whip.
Okay.
And then I'll shout back, hey, if somebody can pick that up for me, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, so you are now, you're on the 3rd lily pad set. You only have 1 more jump left, so you're a little bit ahead of the rest of the group. And up next in the initiative is the unconscious lady. I'm going to roll a dexterity saving throw for her with disadvantage. I don't even, like, she can't move. I don't think it makes sense to even roll for this. I think she's just going to take some damage from the vehicle. So she takes 9 damage, and she is on death's door, everybody. She's looking real bad. So that's the lady's turn. I'm going to make a constitution check for her, and she stays asleep. Okay. So she is still
She's
passed
sleeping
out
through
after,
this?
yeah, she just got nailed by a car and is still asleep, laying in the middle of the.
I imagine she just like rolls over 12 times, beaten and bloodied and bruised. She's just like,
Yeah, definitely some kind of a concussion keeping her under there. It's not a good scene. Up next is the dragon. What they're going to do is tear their way through the rest of the wall with a little bit of their movement speed, and they are going to. Everybody is in the second one now, right?
Yeah.
except for Turner.
Turner's in the 3rd.
Turner is in the 3rd. Okay, cool. So the dragon is going to fly into the air, and I need a battle map. Okay, so the way we have this set up is we have a set of tracks drawn onto the battle mat. We have Dante, the bear, and we have the Windbreaker and Mr. Cackles all are in the second row. The dragon has broken out of the wall, and it has used a little bit of its flying speed, or actually all of its flying speed, to try to catch up to the party here. And now it is going to take its first attack, going to bite down at Dante.
Ah, no. My bum.
That is a 17 to, oh, good God. Sorry. No, that's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And then it does, it only does 6 damage though.
Ow.
So it takes a bite at you, and then it's also going to do a tail attack and whip around at the bear. The bear has nobody riding on it now, right?
Well, I'm technically riding on it, yeah.
Oh, you are on the bear.
Yeah, I'm on the bear, along with the pony.
Got it. It's going to make a tail attack at you, and that is another 22 of 8 damage.
Ouch. I'm alive.
It attacks at you, and it's just roaring and screaming into the air, just looking around, super angry at all of you. It is hovering menacingly above you, and we are back around in the initiative to the Windbreaker, our want-to-be superhero.
Want to be? Ugh. Does the dragon look like it's willing to have a conversation?
It's got its I'm not feeling chatty shirt on.
I have gone back to full size, so I am a large size air genasi that is covered in 20 feet of wind. You know what? I'm going to cast Reduce on the dragon.
What's the saving throw on that? Is there one?
It's con 15. You got to beat a 15 con save.
Alrighty. As a 19, dirty 19.
So constitutional.
You go to cast Reduce, and it like flaps its wings and kind of like throws you off your game a little bit, and you're not able to hit it.
And then it recites the Bill of Rights.
Yes.
All right. Well then, I'm just gonna book it across.
All right, you're gonna run across. Make a acrobatics check. Sorry.
With advantage, right?
Still not. No, with disadvantage. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no, that's a 13.
As you leap across, it's a small vehicle that you're jumping over, and you do clear it. But then a chunk of the ceiling falls out and hits you in the back, and you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
And you are you didn't fall into the track or anything. You are on the next set of lily pads.
Great. I meant to do that.
Up next in the initiative is Mr. Cackles.
And the dragon's right above us.
It's above Dante and the bear.
Yeah.
You are, it looks like 20 feet away. 5, 10,
Yeah.
15, 20, 25. You're 30 feet away.
So fireball would hurt you guys.
Probably, yeah. I'd say
Okay.
so.
It's only 10 feet above them. Yeah, it's not super high up from them.
You can throw it really high above them.
Yeah, it is a very tall room.
Oh, let me do that. Yeah. I'll do an air burst. Fireball like above it so it doesn't
Does
hit them.
fireball firework? Does that?
It has a radius of damage, so if he's above me, technically you can clip him with the edge.
It's got a 20-foot sphere.
You hit the top part of it, you will miss them because they're 10 feet below it.
Perfect. Let's do that.
Okay, great. You cast fireball. What's that save again?
14 dex.
Dragons aren't too dexterous. It fails. That's a 10. Dirty 10.
Ooh.
Damage is 28.
Jeez, just chunking this dragon, dog.
Just chunking. Then I'm going to use my ring of jumping, and I'm just going to jump
Whee!
again.
Leaving the
All right.
lady behind. Peace out. Well,
Whoops.
not much we can do.
She's just laying there.
Look, it's so fucking bad for this lady. Okay, up next is Dante.
All right, Dante, seeing the enhanced ability not really help out the bear, I'm going to go ahead and drop concentration on that. And then I'm going to look at the dragon and be like, hey, can we talk about this later and try to banish it? And then I will invoke 2 sorcery points to give it disadvantage on the save via heightened spell, meta magic.
Okay, great. What is the save?
The save for me, DC 15,
Is it wisdom or constitution or
charisma,
charisma? And is what again?
15.
15. Okay, it rolls a 14 with disadvantage, so it is going to burn a legendary resistance
Crap. Okay, well,
and choose to succeed instead. So you've killed one of its legendary resistances with that.
cool. Very helpful. Well, it's still next to me, and I'm like, well, bear, jump away. You're massive. Or you can fight too, bear. It's your choice. You're a big kaiju monster too.
Oh yeah, can the bear fight? The bear can fight. Why
If
not?
he wants,
bears
yeah.
can fight.
Bears
It's
can
a-
fight.
Tell the bear what you want it to do, man.
Just punch him in the face.
You want the bear to punch the flying dragon 10 feet in the air in the face. How tall is the bear again?
It grew one size, so it went from medium to large and then huge. So, and I'm just gonna be like, fisticuffs, bear.
Yeah, no, that'll reach. That'll definitely meet it. So this giant kaiju bear reaches up.
Can I coach it from the next set of lily pads as a boxer?
Yeah, you're coaching the bear to give it advantage. And like, how do you coach it?
Like, oh, you're gonna want to watch your form, okay? A lot of people don't realize that your power actually comes from your legs, okay? Bear, get up on the hind legs, stand up straight, okay? Good. Get your focus, get your center. Now swing.
It rolls a dirty 18
Ooh.
For its first of 2 attacks. So that he like reaches up to bite just and gets a particularly armored part of the dragon and is not able to pierce on its first attack, but it does have a multi-attack it can do. So it's going to, that was with its bite. Now it's going to swing with its claws. I'm going to guess you're going to keep coaching it.
Yeah, go for the 1-2 combo.
Okay, great. And that's a 17. I'm not rolling for the bear next time.
Okay.
Somebody else do that. I feel bad about that.
Okay. No worries.
Okay, so yeah, it does like miss and swings a little bit wide. But the first time it almost made contact. It was pretty close. It just hit the wrong part of the bear. So.
Good shot, bear. Good
or
shot.
the dragon.
All right. Well,
That's okay. You'll get him next time, Tiger.
until next time. For now, use your movement and jump over the highway and pray we make it.
Alrighty, and then up next, with fresh off the words of inspiration, is Turner.
All right, Turner's gonna, I guess, hop over for the last lily pad. Did nobody grab my whip? Did they?
Nope.
Shit. It's
In
fine.
the space of 6 seconds, everybody forgot.
Oh, really quickly, can I use the bear's movement to move? Or
Oh shit! Yeah, we didn't do the bear movement or the movement stuff. Sorry. Yeah, bear move. Do a acrobatics. Is that what you said? Yeah.
Yeah, acrobatics, sure. For bear, right?
Yeah, for bear.
For bear acrobatics, shit. Goddamn. It's 8, whatever bear athletics is or acrobatics is.
Yeah. Acrobatics is dexterity, right?
Yes.
Because athletics is strength, so it's a +0.
Okay, so it's 8. Okay, well, sucks to suck, bear. Good luck.
Yep. So the bear gets winged again.
To be fair, I've been getting punched and slapped by a tail, so you can take a few cars.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, he takes another 8 damage.
Bear.
God.
Yeah,
It's a bear. It's pretty tanky.
No, the bear's looking really bad, actually.
Oh, shit. Well, you're a bear. You're pretty tanky.
Dante does not notice that the bear is looking bloodied, but it is.
Because I'm covered in blood and I can't see. Do we make it across or do we still like tumble into the freeway?
With an 8, I don't think that he does make it all the way out
Darn.
this time.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're like half in the walkway.
Oh no.
It's 10 to make it out of the tracks. you
Gotcha.
guys. It's 10.
All right, cool.
And then it's a 15 to not take damage.
Okay.
Unless you're just fucking cheaters who can jump and all that stuff. That's
Ring
cool
and
too.
jumping.
I love it. Great. And sorry, now it's Turner for real.
Turner for real. Turner classic movie.
Yeah.
Who all's over with me?
It's you and it's Cackles and it's the Windbreaker.
Windbreaker. And Windbreaker's a size bigger than earlier, right? And I'm a size
Yeah.
smaller.
Or he reduced himself again. But
Oh, damn it. Okay. I'm just going to do the spear javelin thing again.
cool. Yeah, do another dexterity check for me. Your advantage is gone. They did dispel the concentration.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. It's a 16.
16. Okay, cool. Yep, that beats it. You are able to javelin your way across the last bit of tracks, and you land right next to an escape frog that just looks over at you. And these things are fucking huge. It just looks over at you with its big eyes. Just
Pleasure to meet you. My name's Turner.
it puts a tongue in your hand and shakes it.
Oh, slimy.
Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Just shout some more general words of encouragement back to the party. Hey, you guys can do this. I know I've been giving you a hard time through this, but you're all capable, and I believe in you.
Okay, so who wants to roll for the lady in the track?
I'll do it.
We're just going to see. You're going to make a straight D20 roll. Let's see if she wakes up.
It's a 12.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm going to say she wakes up. She becomes a little groggy, and she looks over like, oh, God, why did you leave me here, everybody? And she is going to need to make a athletics check. So just do another D20 roll for me to see if she can get out of the way of one of these cars.
13.
A 13. She does not get fully out of the way of the cars. She's crawling halfway out of the thing whenever the car comes. Oh, good God. She takes 8 damage, and she's basically just cut the fucking half by this car.
Wow.
Just gets absolutely annihilated on the rails. The car derails, actually, and just sort of lays over onto the side. Yeah, she's not a problem for anybody anymore, and she'll see her husband soon. So, okay, cool.
We tried.
Up next is the dragon. The dragon is going to... It's going to fly... I don't even know what it would do here. I feel like it would try to go for the frogs, but it doesn't know that you're going to ride the frogs, really.
Can I help? I'm like, hey, that guy, he's got your egg. He's got your egg. So he doesn't.
That's actually super funny. We're gonna do that because go ahead and move. Like the dragon's gonna fly over to the Windbreaker, and it is going to use its poison breath, which exhales a poisonous gas in a 60-foot cone. The creature must make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw. However, I'm pretty sure that just gets dispelled around the Stormbreaker. So
Yep, my warding wind keeps it away.
it casts that in a 60-foot cone, disperses around you, and the frog that is closest to Mr. Cackles is annihilated. Yep.
This one?
Yep, that frog just melts into the poison gas.
Oh God.
It is just... And then the lily pad sinks with it into the water. It's very Titanic.
Does it capsize and then break?
Yeah, exactly.
Is there a door?
There's just a flap of frog skin, and then you can see a little
Ew.
tadpole sitting on it, letting another tadpole fall into the water.
Heard small violins.
So that's its attack for this turn, and it's all up in the mix there. And then up next in the initiative is back to the Windbreaker, breaking the wind.
He did break wind.
Yeah, he did.
It did. And this goes for 10 minutes, so this is going to be going long after this combat's done.
What's it going to do to the fucking frog when you get up to it, man?
I don't think it does any damage. It just makes things move a little slower.
But yeah, so the frog will have difficult terrain while you're on. Okay, gotcha.
Unless I dispel it. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, sorry.
That's okay. We're going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter. And I'm going to try to send this dragon into a laughing fit.
I love that. Okay, cool. So, yeah, you're going to try to cast to make it seem like everything is hilarious. What is the save on that?
It is a Wisdom 15.
And if the dice is naturally above a 15, I'll use luck to make you reroll that.
Oh,
Alrighty. Let's see here. It's a 7 on the die, and then it was Wisdom save, right?
yeah, Wisdom.
Okay, +2. That's a 9. So it is going to burn its secondary legendary action.
Jeez, how many more you got?
One more.
Well, we tried.
Any movement? What are you doing?
I'm just going to keep going across. Try
Okay.
to make it bouncing off any rocks or whatever else is going my way.
Go ahead and make your athletics check with advantage.
Yes. I don't know why, but I'll take it.
Yay.
I use my cloak of billowing to make my cloak billow
Okay.
as I go across. Sea Dragon, my gas is better than yours. That is a 23.
23. Okay, you meet it. You land right next to the same frog that Turner has. Right, that's the last row for him? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Great. So we have 2 people from the party now that have made it to the escape frogs. Up next in the initiative is Mr. Cackles.
I'm going to I have a potion, so I'm going to undo the stopper of a potion of growth, and then I'm gonna mage hand it up to the giant bear and try to pour it in its mouth.
Oh, man. So it's gotten even larger. I don't think it can fit in the frog anymore.
It's a 20-foot bear now.
So it's bigger than the dragon?
Yes, the bear is bigger than the dragon.
We've created something great.
What up, Tiny?
And then I'm going to use my ring, and I'm gonna jump over. I don't know how far the jump is, but I'd
Okay,
like
so
to get
3 of
here.
you are at one escape frog.
And then I'd like to whisper to Windbreaker, could use the Book of the Dead on that lady.
There's wind. I can't hear you. You got to speak louder.
Never mind.
Up next in the initiative is Dante.
So was that lady cleanly bisected? Was that the
For sure,
Oh, okay.
murder. She's
Darn.
very dead.
Okay. Yeah, because I have Revivify, but if she's bisected, I can't do anything about that.
Maybe not then.
That was for flavor. You can rescue the lady if you really want to and set her back alive.
Oh, God. I don't
I think
we
she
would
was
make-
actually a worm lady. I think she's going to grow into 2 new people.
Okay.
It's Earthworm Kim.
Yeah. Oh, man. Shoot. I'm trying to figure out how is the CEO going to go full CEO, or is he still trying to impress his workers to get them to stay?
Has he been doing that?
That's the only reason he's helping anybody right now. Oh, okay. I guess he's gonna try. All right, he's gonna try to run back to the lady and try to revivify her, and he has to go through traffic still.
Yup.
So yeah, he's gonna jump off through traffic and try to revivify the lady, and have the bear go fight the dragon, giant kaiju style.
Good God. Okay, cool. So make your dexterity check. Somebody else for time. Roll a d20 for the bear's attack for me. We're gonna add a +5 to hit.
6 for me.
15 for the bear.
Okay, bear misses first attack. Roll a second attack +5 to hit. Was that a raw, or did you edit with the score I gave you?
It was a 10.
It was
plus the
okay.
5.
Cool. Yeah, go ahead and roll for second attack.
24.
24 hits. Okay, great. Roll 2d8 for me for the bear. And then you, CEO man, you take 6 bludgeoning damage from a cart. You're also stuck in the track.
Damn it. Okay.
13 damage.
13?
Okay, so I'm stuck in the track. So after getting hit by the car, after just jumping off the bear, he's like, well, forget this. I'm done. And I'm just going to Misty step the other way. I tried being a good person. Tried doing like the appropriate thing. Cameras aren't rolling anymore. Who cares?
Oh, good God. That's so funny. So yeah, the lady is still dead. You're Misty stepped back over. The bear did a pretty good chunk of damage on the dragon. It's not looking bloodied yet, but it's definitely taken some damage. And then up next is...
Oh, really quickly, where do I end up? Because I got hit by the car, and then I decided just like, fuck it, I'm going to Misty step.
Yeah, what's the distance on your Misty step?
30 feet, I believe.
30 feet?
Mhm.
So you can be in the next set of tracks, or you can be just before them.
I'm going to go ahead and just be in the next set of, right before them.
Okay, cool.
Actually, no, I'll be in the tracks. Why not?
Yeah, be in the tracks. Fuck it. So there's that. And then up next in the initiative is Turner.
Okay. What do we still have?
So
You're in
you
the
got
tracks.
people in the tracks. You could start loading up and take one of the frogs out if you want.
Don't leave your CEO. No.
He's actually a contractor.
All right. Darn it. You're right.
There's 4 of you and a bear now, and that's it, right?
And the pony that's on the bear.
Oh, and the mule that's
That's-
on the bear.
that's
right,
actually
okay.
a tree,
Yeah.
and that's actually a table.
Okay, yeah. So you will still need 2 frogs. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just. So the frog with me, it's Windbreaker and Cackles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're just gonna take off.
No.
Okay, so you guys all load up onto the frog together. Okay,
I mean, we're there, right?
I'll dispel my warding wind.
great. So you all you get up to the frog.
Me, Windbreaker, and Cackles are gonna get in the frog and head off, and Dante can figure out his life.
Okay, we're going to leave initiative order at this point, and we're going to narrate some of the things that we see happen. So as the emergency escape frog takes off, it leaps across a few of the lily pads, hops out to the front, and gears up to jump through the side of the mountain. There's a large bay opening thing there that it can leave through. Dante, you've been left between the tracks, and you have a giant kaiju bear fighting a dragon above you. How are things going? What do you do in this moment?
Well, I think the first thing is he's wondering whether or not he gets hit by a car again.
Oh, that's a good point.
Nat 20.
Oh shit! Yeah. So Dante jumps out of the way of the cart's last second, is free and clear of it. So he's actually in the last set of rows. Dante, you do have access to an escape frog.
Okay, I quickly run into it and just start pressing all the buttons because I don't actually know how to use the escape frog, and just hope something works out.
I want you to just make a luck check. Manage to hit the right button for the frog.
That's a 1.
Natural 1. Okay,
Oh,
so
no,
Dante accidentally puts the frog in reverse.
Oh no!
It goes bounding backwards deeper into the cavern with all the lily pad frog, and the ceiling has started collapsing in as the bear and the dragon are fighting and throwing each other into the walls. And we cut to the crew on the frog. Mr. Cackles, how does the frog leave this mountainside?
Does some light stretches and then just springboards out of there, just launches itself right out
Is it just like straight out into air, or is it jumping down the mountainside?
into air.
Oh, into the air.
okay.
Okay, great. Yeah.
And then it puts out its webbed feet as like, skiers to like slow down and like kind of glide.
Like wingsuit feet? Like,
That's crazy.
I'd like to think that it also has webs on its sides, a la flying squirrel.
yeah.
So turns into a flying frog or
Nice.
gliding frog.
Okay, gliding frog. Yep, you got a gliding frog. It's sailing through the air. Turner, as you look back on the gliding frog, you do see that the mountain finally succumbs to the battle inside. And so would you just like narrate for us some of the crazy shit that happens as you see these two beasts tear apart the side of the mountain and the magical mishaps all come to a head?
So Turner looks back and he sees the dragon and the giant bear fighting. The giant bear pulls out like a microphone out of nowhere and starts delivering like a WWE SmackDown style like rant. And then he does a stone cold stunner to the dragon and knocks him out.
What's this? He got the wooden table. Oh no!
Oh my god!
Yeah, do you want to narrate really quickly some of the things that the bear says as the WWE announcer?
Yeah. So he takes the mic out and he kind of just stares out at the audience, which is us and the frog, because he knows we're looking back and he wants to impress us. And he takes a deep breath and he goes,
Right, he is a bear.
right.
Windbreaker goes, oh, I can't believe you said that.
In Windbreaker, how does the frog finally make its descent to the ground safely with everybody?
It's just gliding for a while. Like once it's the mountain has gone out of view and the frog is just slowly going down and down, the wind kind of subsides a little bit and eventually another hill rises and the frog just makes touchdown very gently, and then it does some more light stretches.
There's just like a giant mushroom-shaped plume of like purple smoke that appears into the air behind you as the mountain finally collapses in on itself. Dante.
Ah, yes, me.
What happens is he gets kicked into the back of the cavern.
As he gets sent into the back of the cavern, because I imagine he's still inside the escape frog, and it just went to, instead of like leaping
It's saddled
forward,
like he's on the frog, yeah.
oh yeah, instead it just does a reverse jump. Like instead of webbing forward, it webs back, and he cracks through the mountain and flies inside to the magma core
Oh my
that
God.
resides. And he looks up and he like sees in slow motion, like music plays as he looks around, everything collapsing around him, his company, the world burning away, and he just thinks to himself, I should have just eaten that egg. And then he just falls into the lava.
So Dante meets his doom in Dante's magical mountain.
To give a thumbs up as he sinks into the lava.
Yeah. Oh, he sees one of the invisible cameramen. He's like, get my good angle. And then he falls in.
Folks, let's just go around the table here and talk epilogue. Let's stay on Dante for a second. Did Dante have family?
He had parents.
Did he have kids? Is there a Dante the 17th?
Probably. There's probably a ton of his kids somewhere around the
Oh my
world.
God.
You know, he probably doesn't use protection very often, so and he doesn't care. But no, I don't think he has any like close connecting family. He probably has a trust, but it's like doesn't go to any kind of charity or anything. It just goes to him. Like it's meant to go back to his cemetery wherever they bury him, like a pharaoh from back in the day of Egypt's.
We cut to a beautiful countryside villa. There's a small home nestled into the side of a hill, and a figure riding a penny farthing bicycle drives by, and we cut to the inside of this very homey underground cabin, and the figure just sort of blurs in front of one of the windows, and what appears to be a rock flies through the window, crashing onto the floor, and it appears to be a speaking stone, and the words on the side of it are engraved, "Your father has died."
And this happens like 57 more times, all throughout the recline.
Yeah. Mr. Cackles, auspicious first day as the lead of the Department of Mishaps. What does he get up to?
Yeah, well, all things considered, he rocked his department in his
Honestly.
eyes. Magical mishaps and the whole place blew up. I mean, bonus.
Talk about mishap. Yeah.
Mishap, yeah.
Yeah, no notes.
So he continues and continues applying and ruining lives and structures everywhere he goes.
Wonderful.
Lives a charmed life, Mr. Cackles.
Very
does.
charmed for him, not the rest.
Turner, you almost made it through your final week of work, but you know, you're done now. So how's everything shake out for Turner in the long run?
Yeah, so the first thing Turner does is he reports Dante's mountain, former mountain, as well as specifically Windbreaker and Mr. Cackles to OSHA. Files a very lengthy report with them, and then he finally retires, gets himself a nice little plot of land, and doesn't tell anybody where he's going.
Very, very Ron Swanson of him. I love that for him. the Windbreaker, aspiring hero at work, turned actual hero at work. How does everything shake out in the long run for the Windbreaker? Sorry, Windbreaker.
I feel like the Windbreaker feels a little cheated out of saving the day. I mean, technically saved the day for 2 of his comrades, but I think he's optimistic that he's going to go save the day somewhere else. And he's going to go find a new mountain to go break wind.
Okay.
And some say you can still hear him up there breaking wind to this day. And then we cut back to the rubble of Dante's Magic Mountain, and we see a little bit of gravel move on one of the lower floors. It's collapsed outwards, and a hand reaches up through the gravel, and it's a gnomish woman's hand, and she pulls herself from the wreckage, and you just hear, wow, that was some... I guess I can drop the voice now. Oh, that was some shit. I've got to get back to Newman's and report this. And this concludes our adventure at Dante's Magical Mountain. Hey guys, we did it. We did it. We got through the adventure. Full disclosure for the listener, we are coming back to this a little bit later to do some hearts and wishes and talk about how the sesh went. So guys, we have let's just go around, crush some hearts and wishes. I, having listened back to the edit, have a lot of wishes for myself.
Okay.
Do we want to start with Shea and make our way this way?
Yeah. So hearts, very, very fun adventure. I like the way you had us kind of start in different areas, and we were able to kind of hone in on like who each character was a little bit. I also thought very cool decision from Daniel there to start in the same location as my character. So there was also a little bit of character interaction and dialogue right off the bat as well. I liked all of the just kind of absurd magical items that you introduced throughout and the way those came into play. I liked how often the bear grew.
Oh god,
Yeah,
just
very tiny.
so funny, dude. So funny. And I loved everybody's characters and the way that they got along. A lot of absurdity in this mountain. And that kind of leads to my wishes, which for my character, I think sometimes I maybe played it like a little too straight man and almost kind of no-handed situations. So to me, I'd like, and eventually I probably came back to it, like when at the beginning, when everything kind of started going to shit, how I was like, I'm just going to go the other way and leave these guys behind. I was like, well, that's not going to be super fun to have like you 3 off doing something and then me by myself. So like I came back around, but I think that just that was a decision that probably didn't need to happen in the moment. It's more fun to just kind of go along with you guys hesitantly, but to still do it. So
sometimes it's hard when you're role playing in the moment to organically find that. So I don't know. I felt where you're coming from in that moment.
I appreciate it. Yeah, but that was it for me. Super fun. Loved it. Good stuff.
Hell yeah. Mr. Kane, how you feeling over there? Hearts, wishes?
Feeling great. Everything about it was very great. I was a fan of the creepy card-playing character in one of the vaults. Thought that was super fun. And like the effects
with the
that
deck of
everything
many
had.
things that he had. Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact that we could have kept playing, I think, just to run out the deck and God knows what else was in there.
Things that would kill you.
And then the treant desk.
Oh god.
Was
that was
yeah.
Beautifully dark add-on.
Very dark but wonderful. And then the whole ending was very fun with the creatures wrestling it out. I had another one I cannot remember what it was. Great for the podcast. Everything was great. I wish we rescued that woman. Yeah, Kim.
And the table.
Oh, the table's still on the bear.
Whoops.
Where's the epilogue with the table? Where's
That's
the table at?
Or the bear.
The bear choke slammed the dragon through the end table.
Yeah, polymorph's concentration. So
Yeah, there's all yeah.
I guess the ent just turned into a ent again at some point after you got far enough away, right? Or eventually.
Yeah. Well, he was a ent that was carved into a table that became a donkey, so it was easier to move, which wasn't actually much easier to move in hindsight, but whatever.
That's fair.
Was the bear actually a bear? Was the bear
it came out of the
polymorph?
bag, like
The rust-colored bag.
the rust-colored bag. Yeah.
I will say canonically the bear survives. I'm going to say the bear beat the shit out of the dragon, used its wings as a glider, and just like got out of the back of the mountain last minute.
Oh, okay. Cool. I like that. Okay. My turn, I guess. So my biggest heart was for Kyle's character, especially his intro, where he's walking up with like the polymorph your goals into success. Oh my God. Such a funny book. Make merch out of that or something, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I liked all of our characters' interactions. Generally, they're all really fun, but in this one in particular, I think like we just got so wacky with it, and it went really over the top in a few places. I also liked how much you let us paint scenes and like kind of create our own scenarios and settings. I think it's very unique to like the style that I get to play with when I play with Josh, which I like a lot, especially with the encounter at the very end where it became Frogger after.
Where Kyle made it way harder than it was going to be.
Yeah, I was just like, all right, there's cars here, I guess. And I'm just like, cool. I like this. I think for me, my wish was just like with the magical items. I liked getting a lot of magical items. It was just hard to find places to use them because I felt like we got a bunch of like different puzzles, but I wasn't sure if like the magical items were meant to help solve them. Some of them were, I feel like, with like the potato that you throw and polymorph people into. That was super cool. But then I had stuff where like the wild magic rod where I'm just like, am I just trying to make funny by activating it? I guess.
Some of them were just in there to sow chaos. Yeah,
Cool.
to see what you guys would think to do with them.
Gotcha,
But there
gotcha.
were some that, were overtly helpful. But
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, overall, I think this adventure was super fun to play, and I'd love to play it again. Yeah, maybe survive. I don't know. Maybe not.
hell yeah. We'll do a Dante's Take 2 someday.
Yeah.
A live show. Chris, Stormbreaker. Windbreaker. I don't know why I keep calling you Stormbreaker. Chris, Windbreaker.
Windbreaker is so much cooler. I thought it was great. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the absurdity of everything. I thought that this adventure particularly really lent itself to going over the top. Anything where you're including ridiculous magical vaults and things and items and crazy people, I enjoy that a lot. And making Windbreaker was a lot of fun. I appreciated everybody's going along with the story, but I also recognized that we went way off the rails. And props to you for rolling with it and finding a way to kind of still get back to a logical conclusion. That's never an easy thing for a dungeon master to accomplish. So props to you for that.
Some of the craziest items too, like the never peeling banana or whatever,
Oh,
the infinite
yeah.
banana peel, whatever, man. That was
The
crazy.
Infinity Banana.
Yeah, I was like, what is this? Why does this exist?
Fidget banana.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fidget banana.
I think if I had any wishes, and I don't really think I had any. I think if I had any, it would be to maybe as a player intentionally try to like stay on track more. Instead of getting, but the fact that we got so far off, we got to see all that fun stuff. So
That's true.
it's
Yeah.
really give and take.
It's
I
a hard
guess.
line to walk, to be
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
Because I definitely feel like a lot of times having DM'd all the time, I'm like, oh, this is what the DM wants. I need to go that way. Everyone needs to go that way. We need to go that way.
And it's also becomes the game of your DM is your friend, so you want to mess with your friend.
Yeah, I totally get it. Like, yeah.
So
Oh, we're all friends.
Yeah, the day we stop messing with you, know something's wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna start like you guys are gonna like stop thumbs upping the attendances for the. So I'll go through a few things here. Major props to all of your characters. This was really designed as a sort of choose your own escape, or if you go the wrong place, you might actually just die on your way out. But so it was intended to be really open so that you guys could kind of go wherever you wanted to do with things. I wish that I had maybe planned some of the beginning a little bit more carefully. Like thinking about it in retrospect, I thought like there was a different way we could have like scene painted in and then cut out some of the extra time at the top. There was a lot of fun role playing going on and stuff like that, but I felt like we took a lot of time where we weren't doing some of the story stuff that we could have been doing and still done some of the same kinds of role play. So I just note for me that I would organize things a little bit differently, and now I have a really cool like Tarantino film type idea for how I can make something like that happen in the future. So
Sounds
I'm
good.
looking forward to using that. I really loved Kyle inventing the Frogger ending. I was just going to do a chase mechanic, but then I got to like invent a whole thing where cars are hurting you too on the fly, and that was fun. I came up with this like threshold of, I think it was like AC 15 or DC 15, and you would like pass, but if you were 15 to 10, you would take damage but still get through, and below 10, you would take damage and be stuck in the little like road section.
Yep. Got
which
stuck
was-
there a lot.
Yeah.
Bisected
yeah,
a lady.
You
Great.
became acquainted. Yep.
Yeah.
The dragon was a trap that I had ready at the end, and it only appeared because you guys took the egg.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I wish I had done something different with that, like just planning. Like I didn't feel like I put enough pressure on getting out of the mountain, or you're gonna die on you guys. And so I wish that I had done something like just sort of constant lair actions or something, so that no matter where you're at, things are
Sure.
happening that are like from a list, and I could have like rolled random. So I think when I write this out, I will have something like that built into it.
I
where-
would like to politely disagree with you on that part, though, because I feel like the pressure was on,
Oh, okay.
and we were not listening to you.
Oh, that's true too, absolutely. But I feel like I should be able to scare you enough that like you at least know your characters are going to die from some creative thing.
Mhm.
And I should have had more, because like there was a lot of ceiling rumble going on that I was just like, okay, cute, but like I could have come up with other ways to screw with you guys. I wish I'd made physical item cards for the magical items, because I
That
think
would
it would
help.
have been easier to keep track of. I think that was all of my. Oh, I screwed up continuity wise. I said out loud, well, not even continuity wise, I screwed up reading something to you guys. So I said that Daniel was turned into a chair for 1 minute. And it was supposed to be 10 minutes.
Mm.
And so in my head, I'm like 10-minute chair or chair badger or badger. That's what it was. 10-minute badger.
Okay.
And then you would have turned back into the chair. But I wasn't, I guess, fully comprehending the things you were saying. And then listening back to the edit, I was like, well, you fucked that up, Josh, real bad. So.
I to be fair, I forgot who I was because like I transformed like 3 different things, and I was just like, great. And then this guy over here, Kyle, is just trying to rub slippery oil on everybody, so it's
Yeah.
just not making things easy for you. There's a lot of things to keep track of sometimes.
But it was very fun. I just also echo all the things that you guys said about the fun character choices and the jokes. There's a lot of like really, really great bits throughout that I won't take a bunch of time to reiterate. But very, very fun adventure to listen through. So, and I learned a lot about DMing stuff like this in the future. So, anything else we want to talk about before we wrap this up?
I think we're good.
All right, this has been another episode of Crash Course DM, brought to you by Anything You Can Do, edited by Josh Greenway and Daniel Locke. And we do new episodes every other week on YouTube and your favorite podcasting platform of choice. Word of mouth is our best friend right now, so please tell your friends, your family, and your enemies all about the show, and we'll catch you here in a couple weeks.
Catch us on TikTok while it lasts.